that, guys?
Coach, just, obviously coming out on the short end, but this environment, this place to be, it's just good for your team as you go into the stretch run and into postseason.
I thought the environment was great. The significance of the outcome made the stage really fun to be a part of. And that was a terrific crowd that they had. I was really impressed. And they're, again, guys, they're a good team. They continue to respond to runs, and they got a guard that, can really throw his body into you and get to the free throw line. And at the end of the day, if we can't guard that, and I'm not quite sure how to do it, because the way we've been teaching them obviously isn't the right way tonight. I'm disappointed because we wasted a pretty good offensive outing, especially from Darius. He was special. But I love our group and very confident that we'll have a say in the conference championship race.
Early in the season, it was turnovers that, kind of were your bugaboo. Seems to reoccur tonight a little bit with 17. Was that, did you see anything from the team and how they were responding to the pressure? Or just, Kennesaw just is good defensively and with their length and athleticism?
Yeah, it was physical, and we didn't handle it great. And, that's a part of the growing process that you sometimes have to be reminded of. But it's when we've been at our worst, when we give the other team easy baskets. And I don't know how many points off turnovers.
23.
Yeah. So I think you guys seen this enough. That's way too many. But hey, look, if the game is grab and hold and do all that, you got to be able to tough it out and find a way to play through that.
We've seen Darius do it a lot, but 43 on a stage like this, 8 of 14 from 3. Just come to be expected from him, I guess.
Yeah, no, he's terrific. And hats off to our guys because they saw that he was cooking and they sacrificed maybe their own opportunities to score for getting the ball in his hands, and we rode it. And unfortunately, it wasn't enough tonight. Dang.
How rowdy was compared to places like Oral Roberts, Alabama, and what's played this year?
Well, Alabama's a lot bigger arena, so and that was so early in the season. Their crowd got into it, but nothing like when they play an SEC game. That was as good as any as we played in. As we played in a while, especially when they made a couple of threes and energized their crowd. But again, that's good for us. If you remember the Lipscomb games at the end of 19, those were pretty good environments as well. But yeah, you guys, we've gotten to a point in our program that a loss can be deflating to those that support us loyally. See, Red drove 8 hours to get here and to cover us, and it just speaks to how far we've come to where there is a great deal of interest and support for the guys that represent Liberty University. And I'm proud of our group, but we battle and we have a good team. We're not invincible. We're just not. But no team in college basketball is. And I just think at the end of the day, this group we're going to respond. We may not win the championship, but our identity isn't tied to that. What I do love is, our guys, they stay connected. Locker room was great. They've got some poise. They just turn it over too much. And again, I got to watch the film because I feel frustrated about some of the things that happen in the game. But I usually do after a defeat anyway. You guys got anything else?
Yeah, you talked a lot about being an old team in college basketball is so crucial at this stage. And it looked like Kyle in the second half and Darius all game, and some of those guys had that mental composure. It looks like they had been on this stage. Whereas like the freshmen, it kind of felt like some of them, freshmen and sophomores, were really not, the stage was too big, but you could tell this might be their first time in something like this that meant so much. Do you think any of that played into tonight's game?
Well, I think on the flip side of that, Chad, they had 87% of their rebounding and 83% of their scoring returning, second in the country, only behind Tulane. So all those dudes have played in however many games they've played in 4 years. And our freshman point guard played in game number 28 tonight. And Brody and Joseph would be about 50, 33, 28, 61. So, I think that is a little bit to do with it. But I'm confident in our guys. It hasn't been an issue for them. And I'm old enough in this, I don't determine whether or not they play well if the shot goes in or they miss a free throw. I just think, we didn't do it. You can't look. We're the whatever ranked defensive team in the country, and they scored 88. How'd they score 88? Some pick sixes, lived at the free throw line, and we probably had 12 charge attempts. For whatever reason, they weren't charging it. I don't know. But having watched us for 28 games, I just think it was just one of those nights. All right. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for coming, fellas. Seriously.
Yeah, no doubt.
That means a lot, man.
Be right back, guys.
Good.